Hello there, I hope we're live and welcome to Physical Friday. So today we're going to do a little bit of infighting, we're going to do some basic easy stick drills, and we're going to finish off with some physical pad work and of course have some fun. So feel free to join in, and if you have a partner, do it with a partner. If you're alone, try to do the moves and follow along on your own. So enjoy. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Perfect. We're just going to start with some basic infighting here, and I know everybody's been doing this. So we just play around to get a little bit heat up. And we had a really hot Friday last week, so we'll see if we can amp up the temperature today as well. So have at it, guys. So we like to warm up with some stand-up grappling. We don't do it all the time, but we did some of it last week, and we do a little bit today again. No, sorry, we did it 2 weeks ago, if I remember right. Feel free to post a comment, like and subscribe, of course, and I hope you enjoy the class. But if you write a comment in the comments, I'll see if I can address some of your answers here or the next class.
It's wonderful.
Hey there, Mike. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the class, and yeah, just post comments. Everybody else is watching, and if you have something you want to see, I'll try to throw in as much as possible. Okay, copy please. So this time we move from the hip and we just go up to the neck, and we only do the neck for a little while. And be a little bit careful. Normally you would like to bring him down to knee or throw an elbow. But right now it's just warming up, so we just play around a little bit. And again, not only working with him, but also with my positioning. If I want him to warm my feet, I want to have him in a different position. But the main thing is working with the neck. Have it. Du hoppar in och byter, Natalia. Ja. Är det okej? Okay, so we just move on. We combine the two now, so we can work with the neck and or the hip or the hip. So, for example, if maybe Claes is controlling my neck, if I can control the hip, I can get out of it. It's not always going to be easy, and there's a couple of things to think about, but I'm not going to go about details. But I can choose, if I'm not winning with a neck, maybe I'll try to win with a hip, or vice versa. So we play around, switch 2. Have at it. Det går att hoppa in så här, Johan, med det. The one who's resting a little bit, just wait a little bit, and then you go for another player. Switching all the time.
Ja, sorry.
How are you doing, Tord? Are you good? Okay. So we do the same this time, but my goal is not to be in this game. So even if I feel that I'm not winning, or maybe I'm struggling, so I want to get out of the game. Doesn't matter if you're working with the hips or if you're working with the neck, but if he's starting to get a little bit too much grappling to me, maybe I just want to get out of there. And then we're back to it again. But maybe I don't want to stay here, I just want to get out of it. So I can escape by pushing away. It's a lot of timing. If somebody's around your hip, that won't work. But if I'm a little bit early on, might be able to just get out of there. And of course we can start to add things now, but we're not going to do that. It's just warm up. Or maybe I don't want to be here. Maybe I can just flip him over and I can take it back. So maybe working here, get rid of that arm, and suddenly we have the hip from the other side. So escape from this game. Maybe we're winning, or maybe we say no thank you. Okay?
Huh?
Yeah. Remember to smile, everybody. It's important. Smiling doesn't make it easier, but it feels better. So again, in Kali, we're not really grapplers. There are something called dumog, which is grappling, but it's not the same as winning a grappling game in the ring. So you need to understand some grappling, and of course it's better if you know a lot of grappling, but again, it's a matter of time. But we want to be a little bit aware, have some fundamental basics, and then choose if we want to be there or if we want to leave. So we don't always dictate circumstances, but if we can avoid things, it might be better. And again, it depends on who's the strongest or who's the fastest. So we want to have a little bit of awareness, even though we don't do full on grappling. Är det okej, Johan?
Ja, det är trött.
It's okay. You're allowed to be tired.
Go on.
Okay. So regarding music, I normally have music all the time when I teach. But for the purpose of YouTube, I can't have too much music because we're gonna say it's copyrighted and sometimes we take away the sound. But normally when I teach, I add a lot of music to slow down the tempo or doing fluid moves to a certain rhythm or just amp up music to boast out all your energy. So yes, I do use a lot of music, but for the purpose of YouTube, I can't. Okay. So we continue a little bit with the stand-up grappling, and we're just going to work with the hands. And for the starter, we cannot take turns. If I grab one of his arms, he grabs my other arm, and we start to switch. And this is about, eventually this could be like me accessing a weapon, and of course he doesn't want me to control him. Or if he sees that I'm accessing, maybe he wants to control, no, take my hand. So he don't want me to be able to do that. Again, it's just a warm-up, so we play around a little bit with this and see what we can do. And of course we can punch, but we're not going to punch now, it's a warm-up. So we just try to control the other one and work with it. Okay? Yep, I got it.
Så gå in här, gå ut på den. Stopp.
Det är inte lättare än man svettig. Det är lite grann i honom.
Hallå! Okay. So far we've been wrestling around the waist, the neck, and now last one, the arms. And again, that could be accessing weapons, maybe we want to control his hand or whatever, can be any self-defense situation there. We don't do a whole lot of hand grabbing techniques, but we do disarms and stuff. Some styles, especially some Japanese styles, they do like 100 releases. But the easy solution here is if you rotate the hand, instead of pulling and going against the force, if I rotate, it's easier to get out of the grip and stuff. And we just want to make it complicated to control us. We're going to add the 3 here now, and we don't have gloves, so we can't really do full-on sparring. But basically, I can control Klaus with controlling his hand. I can control him a little bit by holding the body, or I can control him by holding the neck. And I'm not going to punch with a closed fist, but I'm just going to do nice and easy punches with an open hand. And he's just covering. So if I'm here, you just cover one way or another. So I can play a little bit with this and work a little bit. So I'm manipulating him, set him up for a punch here and there. Sometimes to the body. I change my grip all the time, so it's not the same. And then I change the hand and work with this one here. I want to have fun. It's only 1 hour class, but it's 45 minutes to go. So I can work his neck, his arm, or maybe a little bit more the body and punch at the same time. But only open hand strikes. One side is working, and I'll tell you when to switch. Du får en enkel motståndare, Marit.
Ja, du vet, jag tar alltid den lättaste vägen.
Good choice there, Marit. Easy opponent. Lars, the one who's holding is punching. So if you're holding, you're defending. So I'm punching you in a little bit. And maybe I'll just take the grip and punch a little bit, and we just try to defend yourself. You're not allowed to hit back right now, it's just covering.
Ja. Så jag håller och försöker stå där.
Are you doing it hard?
Ja, in på in.
So this weekend we're having an instructor camp. So we have people from Kali Sikaran, Trondheim, Kali Sikaran, Bergen, Kali Sikaran, Oslo, Kali Sikaran, Kristiansand, Kali Sikaran, Alingsås. So we just had a couple of hours of instructor training, and we're going to have more after this class and for the rest of the weekend. So it's a lot of action this weekend. And switch. Time to punch back. Revenge is a sweet thing. Okay, get started, guys.
Jag ser vad det går.
Marit, hoppa in.
Oh, so you're taking a break, Torben.
Nej, jo, han var glad med det.
Okay. Good work, guys. So we're gonna move over to the sticks, and we've done this in the previous classes. I'm gonna have a little different focus, but we're gonna work with a 2 count. So we basically do a high forehand and a low backhand, and we count to 1 and 2 with a right 1, 2, and the left 1 and 2. We're going to do some footwork variations here today and play around a little bit with it. Last time we did a 2 count, did we count to 50? Yes, if I remember right. So somebody got 2 sticks, guys? So this is one of our very basic drills. It's probably going to be pretty noisy here, but basically first strike is 1, 2, and 3, and we count to 50. Alright, so find your partner and get started. So this is basic stick work, one of the first drills we do, but then we put that in applications. But basically for 2 count is the forehand and the backhand. And we do a lot of variations. We have like 25, 30 variations on it, but it starts to be pretty noisy. Alright, so just basic striking, you want to have that skill to have a good strike, and of course it can be in any angle, but the drill, basic format of the drill is high-low, but there are lots of variations on that. We're going to add some footwork, and we call it triangular footwork. So basically we imagine having a triangle, and we're just going to take a step 45 degrees to the right, 45 degrees to the left. And we're going to start to do all the 4 strikes on one step. So I step with my right leg, do 1, 2, 3, and 4. The left leg, I do both right and left hand on them. So we do 4 strikes on every step. Have at it, guys. Yes. Sluta på den, eller?
Ja.
And again, in the basic format here, can be striking anywhere, but for the start you aim like a forehand to the head, a backhand to the knee. But again, of course, that can change up later on. But the strike to the head, the strike to the knee. And we want to emphasize striking forward. We don't want to have too much tip to the roof. In the beginning, people are unexperienced, it's normally like this. But later on, we want to have a strike forward towards the head, as an example. So the two-count drill is good for basic striking, and basic striking, yeah, forehand, backhand, anywhere, however, whenever. But if you can't deliver your technique at the right time and position yourself, it won't work anyway. So we're going to drill that footwork, and we're going to emphasize to have a little bit more speed in the switching here. So we're going to count to 2, and the goal is not to focus too much on the striking, but more on getting the legs moving. So we want to have that switch, and we want to have a little drive and tempo on that.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Have at it. I want to see some fast feet here now. Come on. Focus is in the feet. Are you doing it, George? Okay. So we're just preparing for the dancing later tonight to have a little bit of footwork. So that was little basic double baston. We're going to move over to solo baston and work a little bit our basics. So we're just going to work with our 6 basic strikes, which is a forehand to the head, backhand to the head, forehand to the elbow or the side of the body, backhand to the side of the body, stab to a center line, and then we just have a 6 which goes through the center line sort of. So there's our 6 basic strikes, and we're just going to add basic blocking, 1, 2, 3 and 4 we lower ourselves a little bit, 5 is a little bit tricky, and 6 is just going to be here. So we just take turns and we don't emphasize the footwork so much. We just stand with a right lead and just take turns. We call that short onion. We good?
Okay.
How about it? Anybody freezing?
Yeah.
Så, jag
Bra.
Okay, so no footwork. Just do 6 strikes. Stand it.
Igen.
Take turns. You do 1 to 6 and then you block 1 to 6. That's it. Yes.
Fota mig på...
Just stand statical and just deliver. We focus on the striking and the blocking. Okay. So some guys in the class are new and normally we don't go with this speed, but the Friday class is physical, it's just do it, that's the theme. So even if you don't know everything, we're going to get more basics on the regular classes. But we're going to do the same here, we're just going to add a little. So instead of standing statical, come over here please. So every time we slide a little bit, so slide, 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 and slide. So we just keep moving back and forth, and we just go. Okay? Yeah. Back and forth. How about it? Slip and slide.
Jag kan nog stockigt huvudet, det ska jag inte.
So even though we practice with a stick, we don't think that it's always a stick. It could be any kind of everyday object, like a shoehorn if you're defending your hallway. So we want to be able to block, practice with sticks, but you can block with a bag or whatever you can grab a hold on. And if there's something you can swing, you can still fight with that. So we want to be able to swing and defend ourselves with whatever you can grab a hold on. Even empty-handed, we use a lot of similar principles there. Okay. Getting there. So we put the sticks away. We're going to do a little bit empty hands. Here, take some water, guys. It's pretty hot in here. It's not Filipino heat yet, but we're getting there.
Nej, det behöver man inte.
Okay, so we're gonna work with some straight punches and a little bit of footwork. So right now we're just gonna do a jab and a cross. One each, that's it. And after that you circle around me. But you just go like this. And while you circle around me, you go again. 1, 2, circle around, and I'm just working with my, go round, all the way around. Footwork, yeah. Other way, the other way. So I'm working some of that footwork, and I'm just working shadow boxing in the meanwhile, and I can just do some things. I'm not standing still. And the other way, yes. It's a little bit hard with directions here, but we get there. All right, have at it, guys. We had some pads over there. So basic punching, but mainly more of that footwork. We want to be able to position ourselves whenever we need to. Okay, let's get started, guys. Come on.
Och sen nu, skruva ett antal.
Ja, det var en skruv här.
So right now a little bit more focus on staying on our toes and move. We don't emphasize so much on how to punch properly. We just do the left and right to make it easy. Yes, it's getting kind of hot, and it's a good burner for sure. switch.
Vi kan köra två. Vi kör.
Circle to the left, circle to the right.
Varför går det här då? Funkar skit så.
Are you ready, guys? Yep. 3, 2, 1, come on. Okay. How are you doing, guys? Good? Good. The warm-up is almost done.
Getting hot in here.
Class, please. Yes. We're gonna continue with the straight punches, but we're gonna do good bob and weave. But not so much focus like if I'm striking properly, we're just gonna dive under every time I'll throw this one. But just gonna have start a jab cross and do bob and weave. Back to jab cross and do the other side. But I can also be a little bit even and go really low because I want to work out with his legs. So it's not like a punching exercise entirely, but it can be a little bit quicker, a little bit lower, and now he has to work a bit more with those legs. That's the whole idea.
Perfect.
All right, are you ready, guys?
Yes, okay.
Bara legs.
Perfect. So guys, first minute you have your left lead, second minute right lead. So I'll tell you when to switch. So when I say switch, you just switch leg.
Yes.
All right?
Istället för att man byter om så bara nej, det var efteråt. Du blir med den gången.
And one guy is doing both legs. So 1 minute on the left lead. Come on, let's go!
Okay.
And when you're going low, make sure it counts. You can get back to your body later on. So right now it's not a full-on fighting application. We just want to lower a little bit. We're not really doing proper striking, but a little bit more level, sometimes low, to have a good leg workout. So right now it's a little bit more physical focus and actually defense against a boxer. So we combine it a little bit, because that's why they call it Physical Friday. go, come on.
Det var 1 minut. Oj, sorry.
Ha kvar händerna uppe när du duckar, Lars. Keep your hands high all the time. And break. Switch your pads over. Perfect.
I think I'm getting warmer.
Yeah, it's getting warm.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can start with the training now.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Perfect. Okay, guys, so start with the left lead. When everybody's ready.
Ska du värma dina till eller? Vill du ha en paus eller?
Nej, vi kör. Kör 5 minuter.
Nobody remembers the coward. Huh? Okay, guys, let's go. Come on. Just try to keep them here all the time, even when you bend your legs. Keep your hands in the same position. That's it.
Sorry? Ja, just det.
Titta på vägen någonstans.
Det är bra. Det är 10 000 dagar.
And switch lead, right leg forward, keep it going.
Titta upp på mattan. Tag benen och titta här. Titta inte neråt.
Här kommer. You want to work more on the basics later on, Josh.
Andras, kom igen.
Okay.
Snyggt jobbat. Det är bra.
One more to go, guys. So, we're going to combine a little bit of what we've been doing so far. So we've been doing the circling, and of course in fighting we're never going to do a full circle, but maybe if somebody starts to punch, you don't want to be in front of those punches. So if you circle like one slide or if you circle like 2 or 3, doesn't really matter. But when the pad holders start to do straight punches, you circle one way or another. You don't stay here. And again, I'm just a pad holder, so I'm not really fighting and following too much. I follow a little bit, but I want my partner to move. And then we did the bob and weaves. So if I do a big swing, we do the bob and weave, same as before. And eventually, if I start to clinch a little bit, you just try to get out of there. That can be with pushing with by hand, or we just pull the arm away and then we can circle. So, Claus knows exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So, I'm only gonna show him the straight punches. So you do straight punching, bam bam, maybe I do it again. Okay, circle around. So he's just moving, so I have to follow here, circle around. Okay, bob and weave. Punch, punch, bob and weave again. So I'm coaching him a little bit, but if I'm holding him here, he needs to get out of there, and then when he's back, hits and punches again. But if I'm holding him, he doesn't want me to hold him because then he can't punch. So I'm not doing like full wrestling, but if I start getting contact here, he don't want to be here, he want to punch. So, 3 things. Bam, bam, circle around, I do it straight. Follow. Bob and weave, I'm doing a big swing. 1, 2, maybe 1, maybe 2. Or get out of that grabbing, and we go back to punching. Are we good?
Yes.
So you're just playing around with these exercises. We did some stand-up, clinch fighting, in-fighting, and of course maybe we want to win with grappling, or maybe just want to get out there because we prefer punching. And so if somebody's holding us, get out of there. If somebody's trying to nail us, don't stay and be a target. So whatever we circle or we just slip away, doesn't really matter. But we want to move, position ourselves, and punch back whenever we have a chance to do it. Okay?
Jag får fan det var 4 veckor sedan.
Sorry? Aha, okej.
Hela sommaren.
Ah, okej. Ja, men då är det okej. Jag håller med pulsen. It's okay to be a little tired, and if it's new, you're getting tired quicker, of course. But the most important here is maybe not if you're doing 100% all the time, you want to keep fighting, so you build that fighting attitude. So maybe you get super tired, but keep going, keep fighting at the speed you can manage. If that's slow, it's better to do something instead of nothing. Thank you, Mike. I'm happy you're enjoying it. I do these kind of examples quite often when I teach. Today, not too technical, but add a few things and then fight with them. It's not fighting, but we kind of put them a little bit more dynamics, a little bit more stress, a little bit more physical. And then we just put it together and see what we can do. Maybe you realize I'm going to practice some basics more, or maybe I need to move more, we don't know. But when you test it in the dynamics, you see where you need to improve. Okay. Switch over.
Ja, men inte så gärna. Det där får du stå på.
Ja, precis.
Det får bli genomsiktligt.
Det har gått någon timme sedan igår.
Okay, guys, last one. Go for it. Come on. Come on, Dad, last round now, come on, a little bit more. Go for it. And time. Just do a quick lineup, guys. All right, so most of this class today we done basics. So basic striking, we did it with a 2 count, we did a high-low, we did some stand-up grappling, and even though we don't want to be complete full-on grapplers if we don't have time for it, but we want to be a little bit aware when somebody's holding us on how to get out of there or dominate. And again, it could be somebody accessing your weapons. Of course, we want to be able to control the hand or the opponent's body. And a little basic striking with some movement there as well, and some footwork on the double stick and also for the pads. And basically we only did 3 things. We did the circling, we did the bob and weave, and then we did get out of that stand-up grappling there. So basic, but a little bit sweaty. Good work, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining in, and hopefully we see each other next week.
Bra jobbat. Så bra ut.